Uh, okay, well, today I'm going to present to you the performance management system of Nippon Care Private Limited. So, we'll move on to the slides one by one and see how this performance management system of Nippon Care Private Limited is being processed in the organization. Okay, in this slide you can see the table of content of the presentation. So in the first slide we are going to talk about the introduction of Nippon Care Private Limited. Next, general department structure of the organization. Third one is the existing performance management system of the company. And the fourth one, positive features of the existing performance management system. And then negative features of the existing performance management system. Then the challenges of the existing performance management system, the recommendation for improvement, and finally the summary of the presentation. Okay, we'll move on to the introduction of Nippon Care Private Limited section. So in this slide, I'm going to explain you about the introduction of Nippon Care Private Limited. Nippon Care Private Limited is a leading organization in the automobile industry in Sri Lanka, and they import and supply branded vehicles to Sri Lankan market and also carry out after sales service. So there are 50 number of employees currently working in the organization. So their departments are expanded to 8 into 10 departments within the organization. So mainly they have the supply chain, financial department, IT department, sales and marketing, etc. So the financial year consider for 1st April to next year 31st March. Normally the when we talk about all the companies in Sri Lanka, they are always selecting between April 1st to next year 31st March as their financial year. So within this financial year they have to plan their goals and objectives, and also they have to fulfill that goals. I mean, they have to achieve at least 50% of their goals within a financial year. So in this slide, I'm going to show you the organizational structure of the Nippon Care Private Limited. As you can see here, head of the department is the responsible person for all the all the departments. Actually, when they are conducting a performance appraisal, the final appraisee is the head of department. Normally it happens in every organization and every department of that organization. Okay, so the department managers are the next level of responsible persons in each department. As an example, we can say that for the marketing and sales department, sales and marketing manager is the manager of that department. Then the next line is the assistant department managers, and they are reporting to all the department managers. Then the senior executives, they are reporting to all the assistant department managers and executives officers. So actually bottom line to senior management, their organizational structure is spreaded. So officers are reporting to executives and executives are reporting to senior executives. So head of the department also report to the respective senior managers, maybe the directors, maybe to the CEO of that company. They are reporting to them. So the CEO has to assess their performance assessment of the senior managers and the board of directors. Likewise, they are the responsible people for all the lines of the management to carry out the performance management process of that departments and the whole organization. Now we'll move on to the existing performance management system of the organization. Well, the main performance appraisal carried out end of the financial year by the head of the department. So the qualified employees eligible for the increments in next financial year based on the marks of their appraiser. They get marks so that they will qualify to the next salary increment or for any other rewards that they get. So the mid-year review also carried out within 6 months after start of the financial year. It happens in all other organizations as well. So individual performance objective IPO and key performance indicators KPI used for this measure the performance. To measure any employee's performance, they use this KPI, key performance indicators, and also the individual performance objectives IPOs to measure their progress of their performance. So based on their performance management system, they get rewards or extra salary increments or maybe promotions. It's based on their individual performance. Okay, so following up the existing performance management systems of the Nippon Auto Care Private Limited, the head of departments are responsible to do the performance management process of their organizations. So based on their departments, they have certain stages to follow up. So the first stage is the planning stage. So both HOD and employees sit together and setting up all the goals and objectives using all the IPOs and KPIs. And then at the same time, they get their idea about the resources, facilities and training required to achieve their goals and objectives. And then they plan the milestones regarding deliverables of the goals and objectives. So all of this happening in this planning stage. Now then in the next slide we are going to present you about the monitoring stage. So as the third stage, that is the review stage. Actually in the review stage, in the mid-year review, HOD look whether employee satisfactory level in order to achieve their year-end target. Okay, then if not, HOD look for root causes for the same and implementation the solutions. That HOD have to find out the solutions and implement a solution for them to search on the root causes why it does not happen like that. So in the year end review, employee will carry out self appraisal about the achievement of the KPIs and IPO, and HOD will validate the self appraisal and discuss with him or her for some improvements. Okay, so in the review stage they can take all the necessary advices and how to improve themselves, how to improve their performance well, how to find solutions likewise. So in the end both HOD and the employee get agreement for the marks in the appraisal. Both parties has to be agreed what they are getting. I mean the marks they have to get it, and employee has to be accepted those marks, and he or she has to accept their mistakes and the drawbacks. Normally, there are positive and negative features in an performance management system to an organization, and this positive effectiveness will be affected to both parties, the HOD and the employees. So, actually, the HOD and employee are in agreement in entire performance management life cycle. Employee has clear idea about his or her job functions, and he or she has idea about what goals need to be achieved and what are the rewards for the same. The necessary trainings will be provided to employee, therefore skill of employee getting increase and productivity improvements. They get all these training sessions as positive features. So as there are positive features, negative features are also there of an existing performance management system. So like the current appraisal only focus on operation within the department. That's a actually that's a small limitation to them, and the appraisal does not support for the evaluate of other skill development of the employee, like to leadership skills, teamwork, communication, problem solving. Those skills are not related to the appraisal. It's a bit of a disadvantage for them. And this appraisal does not facilitate to measure professionalism of the employee, such as working attitudes, punctuality, the way of carrying out cross-functional works and all that. They are not related at all, and they are not accepted in an performance appraisal. So this will become a disadvantage for the employee to improve their performance level as well. In these existing systems, there are certain challenges which is not very benefited and which is not advantageous for all the employees, and that is now even like if one employee performs very well within the department, even he like I mean we can say 100%, if he or she gives the 100% with his or her IPO and KPI, the department performs only 60%. He or she won't be able to eligible to obtain his or her 100% reward sometimes, because of the department's performance is very poor. The top performers also highly get affected with negative impact, right? So if individual performance provides their fullest and highest efforts to work hard to achieve their goals, but if the department only successful at a level of 60%, then the benefits and all the uh, eligibility factors, and sorry, not the eligibility factors, I mean the benefits that they are going to have it will be reduced, and the eligible of that to obtain those 100% reward also may not be eligible sometimes. And the other hand, poor performance and the employees who has a poor performance get benefited if department benefited, and this is not good practice for all the employees sometimes, because it will badly impact on the top performers when the poor performance get some benefits, because the departments gets the benefit. So when they get such kind of benefits, it will badly affect the top performers as well, because top performers are doing a great job and they are not doing the poor performance are not doing a great job on their job performance. It will highly affected for both parties. This will be a challenge, and the current appraisal system reward that getting by the employees entirely depend on the performance, not entire department. The current appraisal system or the reward system is entirely based on the department and their performance only. That will be a bit of a challenge to them. So we have come to the final session of the presentation. So here you can see the list of references which I have used to develop this presentation, to create this presentation. You can go through this. So thank you for listening to my presentation. Hope you got the idea of the performance management systems of the Nippon Auto Care Private Limited. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening to the presentation. Thank you.